welcome back to episode 63 of Event Horizon with Pew-Pew Anonymous. For those of you watching, you will notice we have a new player today taking over for my incompetence with Sue X357. We have Poogie. So welcome, Poogie, to Pew-Pew Anonymous.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll have fun with the artificial intelligence that has been lovingly named Sue. Lovingly.
Boy, a girl named Sue.
So
advertisement for spam. Trying to watch your video.
what?
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying. Sorry,
Oh, you mean like the food spam?
Yes, the food spam. Hey, everybody, here's your New Year's resolutions. Have spam.
Spammity spam. Shut up. Who remembers where we left off?
I don't, because I wasn't here.
That's fair.
In a couple weeks.
All right. So when we last left our industrious party, you had just had an enlightening conversation with the shaman of the lizard people.
I do remember that.
After which you watched as the shaman was ostracized from her clan and left the city.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys returned to your ship, and there were guards on the docks that were informing you that there was a spill somewhere that they were unable to find and didn't want you to actually go through the docks because of the risk of exposure. You guys ignored the warnings and continued on to your ship. And that is where we are picking up. You guys are back on your ship.
Are we really high from the fumes?
I get around to Gamma Globulin. Gamma Globulin.
No, well, at least
ready
I'm
for
not.
everyone.
I think Brian was still on the ship.
Oh, and I still have
right.
my pressure field on, so it's irrelevant to me.
You can't share those? I thought you could.
Actually, I thought you did
you
share
can.
the pressure field, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, but I thought I was separate because they were like, hey, come meet me here, or some shit like that, right? Valley wanted me to meet him somewhere.
I could have swore that you guys were all together, but it really doesn't matter.
So the pressure field was shared while we were inside the cavern. He stayed in the cavern and we went upstairs.
Well, then yes, it would still apply because I'm maintaining the effort.
I mean,
Well, how long ago was that?
if you guys were in the different rooms, then you wouldn't have been able to maintain it because it would have been out of range. Because I think it's line of sight. I could be wrong on that. But regardless, it's not going to affect anything either way.
Yeah, because if I commit effort, I can use it as on myself. If I commit effort, I can pressurize up to 6 people. Yeah. So that is correct. So I did commit effort to pressurize everyone. That is an affirm.
Okay. So you're back on the ship. I'm assuming you are going to drop the pressure field when you get back to the ship.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of fucking leaky nastiness that fucking Seeger decided he was going to fucking put out there. But
fair question.
Am I aware of the chemical leak?
So while you were on the ship, you heard, for lack of a better way of describing it, air raid sirens going off on the docks. People scurrying around. You could see movement. You could hear people yelling that there was a spill.
Okay. And I know the crew's coming back.
Your crew, yeah.
Okay. I will set up the airlock with the decon. Wash and or atmospheric.
Okay. Give me a fix roll.
Okay. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Hey. Found my character sheet. That's good for it. Okay, any modifiers?
No modifiers. It is intelligence. Wow. Okay. So the airlock was not prepared for decon.
Okay.
I should rephrase that. The decontamination system was basically unplugged.
Okay.
More technical than that, obviously.
Right.
But you figure out what's going on and you get it reset, and everything is hooked up with like 20 minutes before the crew even gets back.
Okay. As they get to the ship, I will let them know that I've set up a decon in the airlock. Please utilize it just to be sure that we don't have any other kind of contamination that could affect us long term while we're in space.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the crew gets back, and you hear what Brian is passing on, and unless there's anything you want to do before you get back on the ship.
Hey, Tavor, make sure you clean underneath your danglies, okay? Last time you didn't do that, you end up with an extra testicle.
Good timing.
Talking about me, motherfucker. Heard something about extra testicle and cleaning dinglies. I was like, okay, it'd be either he's talking about me or somebody else.
He was talking to you.
No, I'm talking about Tavor, right? When you decon, make sure you get underneath them danglies. Rinse that stuff off.
What extra testicle are you talking about? What?
You remember the one that's technically not on your medical record?
How many times do you want to impact the ship's hull with your face?
No more than 5. No more than 5. The 6th one will cause brain damage.
You're already there.
All right, welcome aboard. Like I said, the airlock is set up for decon.
Yeah.
Go ahead and clean that up. We don't want any kind of exposure once we hit space.
Where have you been?
All right. So you guys get back on board. You go through decontamination. What does describe the decontamination process for me, Brian?
He got some wet wipes and some lights
off. Hang on, guys. I gotta hang on. Keep doing your thing.
Okay. So essentially, decon is going to be similar to what you would have had in a military combat Mop 4. So place to put possible contaminated clothing. Scrub yourself down with essentially a mild acid, non-damaging. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it goes, head, toe, and then rinse, head, toe, and then get into some new clothing, which I would probably have essentially space jumpers or whatever.
Sure.
Valleys will have little watermelons on them. And that's about it.
Okay.
And then
is it one at a time, or is it all as a group?
They can go as a group or one at a time. No one's bashful, and it's Sue.
It is a non-anatomically correct armature.
She's Barbie, yeah.
And honestly, no one has introduced her to, what's the concept?
Nudity or modesty?
Modesty. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's essentially what it is. And then there will be, lack of term, space bags for people to put their possible contaminated clothing in, so that can be cleaned separately and then returned to them.
Okay.
And this is just a precaution. I understand that Tavor bubbled everyone; they should be safe, but backup plan.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys go through the decontamination. You get sprayed down and get dressed. Proceed into the ship. Go ahead and switch over here. So, what's your plan? I realize Tavor stepped away. He may have some input on this, but
so we got two choices.
Why did you give me footy jammies?
So we got a couple of choices here, because one, I guess I got to re-radio the tower.
Yeah, permission to take off and knock all this chemical shit all over back on your shit.
I guess we're jumping in jumpsuits and go throw my shit in the washer. Go put the stuff in the washer, get all the gear and stuff, and be like, hey, everybody got everything we need? Sue, Brian, Snake, Darius, Tavar, we all green up?
As far as I know.
I have to decontaminate my backpack.
I guess we got a couple of choices of what we can do. We can either move on to Halfdren, or we can go look for the lost. So I mean, depending on what you guys want to do with this here.
Well, how important is this job that we were currently on?
We have time to get there. As long as this doesn't take more than a day or two.
The lost has been lost for a while.
There still be lost. Yeah.
Business is business.
If we've been paid to make something else a priority.
Do we have a contract for the lost?
No, we don't. But the lost have contact with Tavar's people.
Oh, so we're doing this out of gratuity again. Huh.
Oh, I don't know, Brian. You weren't here.
What the fuck we're doing this for or not, Brian?
Okay.
Brian, how many credits do you currently have, though, out of game, real quick?
A few.
Like, honestly, I need a few or like 10,000.
I think close to 15.
Okay, so it was already put on your card. So, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check. I'm sorry, I got a 95-pound German Shepherd who's upset with me because I haven't said hi to him yet.
I'm just making sure you got your paid.
I got 63, but I think I spent 6,300.
6,300?
Yeah.
Was he for 2 boats? 2 bikes? Was he there for 2 bikes?
I was not there for 2 bikes.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you should have 16.
Okay.
Unless he picked some stuff up, I don't know.
No, I don't think he shopped.
I don't think I have either. Nothing in my equipment shows that I've done any shopping. Although that needs to change. I need some cyberware.
I'll look at Tavor and essentially be like, what we're doing what for? This business trip? Because I don't believe, out of character wise, Darius has been looped in on that thing.
No.
No, you haven't. Today was the first. I mean, today would be the first thing that you heard about his little scenario, similar to Sue's.
Don't worry, he sees and hears things in his dreams. It's all perfectly normal and natural.
Has he been hanging out near that leaky?
Brian gave him
runoff?
something I don't know. I'm not talking about it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It was just some kratom, oregano, and a little bit of LSD.
Oregano.
Ketamine.
So, Sue, what do you think?
What is around Brian right now?
That's a good question. Where are you guys?
I guess we're still in a cargo hold wearing our jump shoots.
I moved myself into the medical area because I figured I would go there, make sure all the cabinets are locked down and everything for liftoff.
Oh.
Okay, so he's not having this conversation right now.
I'm in the lounge.
Yeah.
Unless we wanted to meet up somewhere.
So imagine that. Brian's being responsible for once.
If there's some
you're just
bigger
playing
conversation.
with chemicals.
Yeah, you're fucking around.
Trying to make explosives.
There's some bigger conversation happening. Darius will follow off there. Otherwise, he'll end up in the engineering area.
I'm going to go to the lounge and have a drink and a cigar.
I think I'm going to do that too. That sounds really fucking good IRL too.
Yeah. I'm going to move. I'm going to be like, hey, what are we doing? Are we moving to this? I guess I'll hot mic it so everybody can hear it. Are we going to go look for the lost? Or are we going to go find that little dead zone spot? Or are we going to move on to the next planet? Because it kind of determines whether or not we're hitting that atmospheric or.
That shit creeped me out. I'm not heading for it.
I'm trying to remember. Is there a fucking destination of the lost that was recited?
No, a dead zone.
Dead zone.
Yeah, the tribe doesn't know where the lost are because they are ostracized from the tribe.
So we don't have any kind of general vicinity. So it would be like just kind of gathering information to find out where potentially to go.
Right. It would either be gathering information in town or taking off and searching for something that looks like,
I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole right now or not.
Why would we search for the lost?
Because that's the only indication I would have of anything that would further pursue the in-state
This is Darius
prevention.
speaking.
Oh.
I'm not really sure. Why are we concerned about these lost? I thought we were on a business trip.
It coincides with business.
I'm going to call bullshit on that. But
As in, further business cannot occur if this goes south.
Is this going to get us killed? Because I came on this ship to not get killed.
Almost everything can get us
Mr.
killed.
Darius, if you do not conduct this trip, it might potentially get you killed if you don't, yes. However, it might not affect things as well either, so it just depends. But if I do not solve my end state goal, then yes, you most assuredly will die. Does that make you feel better?
No?
yeah, but is your goal to find the lost?
The goal is to conduct what was...
The lost have access to the information that can go towards the psychic people that he's trying to go find.
Hey,
Whether or
Snake.
not we want to continue that, or do we just want to continue with our mission to go get this other AI?
This
Sue,
is the
what do you
first-
think we should do? As a non-biased partisan.
I would like to go meet the new AI. I would like a friend.
Well, we have to deliver the friend to its owner.
New AI?
The mission to go get the AI that's in the armband.
That's true.
Okay. So, Snake?
Yeah.
So, is there any particular radioisotope or anything with these lost that would be indicative and easier to make them and a way to make them easier to find?
You
know, do they have a special alloy they make, or certain crystals that they harvest, or?
I don't know anything about the Lost. If I did, maybe I could.
But they're lost, so they're outcasts. So they would have some sort of base idea. I mean,
but if they're the problem is they're lost from tribe that's tech level 2. They're using sticks and rocks and shit. They're not making nuclear reactors.
Right, and I totally understand that, but
we're also assuming they're all in the same group.
True.
They could just be out there.
Well, it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Is this culture one that would band together if they were ostracized? And I'm going to assume that they have a particular method in which they put their camps and such together for safety and protection.
The only information I got is that they don't talk about them.
Right.
Okay, so
give me a no check.
No.
Which of us?
Which one? Who?
So anyone that has listened to the shaman's speech.
Everyone.
Oh, well, okay. So
everybody.
Well, I wasn't there for the shaman.
Basically.
I was there for the shaman's speech, but I wasn't there for what he said to Justin.
I hot mic'd the fuck out of it.
It was hot mic. The entire conversation was.
I don't understand why.
So
I don't understand why no currently has a dex modifier. But what should it be?
It should be wisdom.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Int. Okay. That was just weird. I'm looking at no and I'm like, oh, so it's smarts. No, it's hand-eye coordination? Okay.
10-8-6. What the fuck is going on right now? Oh, that's
that
fixed.
was a fix.
8-6-8. Look at Darius. Look at fucking Darius.
Okay. Am I missing one?
Yeah, mine.
Okay. Did you need me to roll that for you, or you got it?
I'm trying to get to this thing right now. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because it keeps disappearing my damn character sheet.
Only have one monitor now, huh?
Yeah.
Blow up the others?
I'm not at my house.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Happened there. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Critical success.
Valley has good smarts.
Valley knows all. God damn, I did too. Look at that.
Why does Valley have? Never mind.
Why does Valley have what? Knowledge?
A static image.
Oh, because I'm not at home.
Okay.
Yeah, since he's at the shop. I just want to.
I understand.
Yeah, just in case there's,
I had to prove I wasn't in a green screen.
You look winded. You all right?
I'm good, buddy. Getting fat and old.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I need reading classes now, by the way.
Okay. So, in accordance with the shaman, what they stated, it was broadcasted over the transmission that was given to all of us that we heard. The lost of the shamans or the psychics of the tribe that are able to hear the calling, the same thing that Tavar is hearing. Once they hear this calling, the shaman have two choices: to ignore it until it becomes too much for they go into the wood, out into the middle of this planet and kill themselves, or B, they become lost and get ostracized from here and they get pushed out of the tribe and they go to where is called the dead zone. The dead zone is supposed to be void of all life. That's where they go to, as far as I understand, and they try to find a way to get off this planet to go towards the calling, is what the lizard people call it. They do not know if these people ever make it there because they're lost to the tribe and they don't talk about the lost. And if you talk about the lost, then therefore you get ostracized and pushed out of the tribe and banished as well. Hence why the shaman is banished after talking to Tavar and explaining it to him.
Well remembered.
There you go.
I mean, that's a critical success for you.
He probably wrote it down. He's reading off Cliff Notes. Okay.
Actually, no. I wrote it. No, I'm just playing. I mean, I had to roll the critical success of it. So we can either A, pull up the map thing and find a dead zone on the planet where everything seems to be void of life except for the few people that are walking around over there, which is probably somewhere close to the dock or another dock that's possibly located here, because these creatures are trying to see off-world passage in order to go meet with the calling. So
okay, when they say void of life, are they talking about all life? We're talking about plants, animals, everything, or are we talking about intelligent life? Because I guess it depends on what the culture's view of life is.
Yeah, they did not specify, but when they said void of life, it was specifically specified as a dead zone. Nothing lives there except for the people that go there that are lost.
So if we only had like an alien cultural archaeologist who could come up with a definition of
or we request a planet, or we can request a planet survey and take a couple of hours and get a documentation that can show us all the wildlife transparencies or a map of where fucking shit is, dead zone or whatever. Or pull it up, or that suit to see if she can access some satellite imagery and find it, like the black zone on Adelia.
All viable options.
Let's try the one that requires the least amount of work.
Well, you're always about that.
Let's use Sue.
So do I roll no?
Yes, he says hesitantly. I'm not sure if it's the no skill. Give me just a second here.
You can access the library archives that you already had access to before to see if there is a place that is specifically noted on the planet's ecosystem as a dead zone.
Yeah, so if you want to access the library information, then it would be a no roll. If you want to access satellite data to see if you can spot any dead zones, it would be a notice roll.
Oh, I didn't know you. I missed it. I went a step too many.
Okay.
No.
That's what I was going to go for. Okay. So a no roll?
Yeah, so it's going to be the no skill with intelligence.
Okay.
And there will not be a modifier.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's Sue. She has like photographic memory and then some.
True, but she's also still learning how to use it.
Noob every which way.
With the library records that you are accessing, there are several locations which could be attributed to a dead zone. There are several across the planet from historical records.
Now, they're also trying to get off the world, right? They're trying to get off planet. So maybe you should correlate those dead zones with possible starports nearby or ways in which they could get off planet.
There are 10 dead zones that are within a day's travel of starports.
Okay, so we narrowed it down some. How many of those are within travel from the indigenous life living area? Can they all be reached? Are they on different continents? You see what I'm getting at?
So that's planet-wide.
Okay, I'm just saying if the lizard people say live on North America and pretty much only North America, then a dead zone in Africa isn't going to be very viable because how would they get there?
So the native population, the lizard people, are primarily subterranean. There has never been a reliable census of tribes.
Okay, if they're primarily subterranean, then Sue, of those 10 areas that we've kind of figured out, are there any of them that have a large amount of subterranean caverns and such that could be occupied?
Okay, how do I deal with that?
Go ahead and give me another no roll.
Can we bring these maps up on a monitor? Perhaps we could all look.
At this point, she is accessing this information from memory.
Okay.
Do the subterranean lizard people need to come up? Do they need water? Or is there subterranean water? Are there any resources that we could look for above ground for them? Or is everything they need below ground?
So that would depend on the habitat itself. So what I would have to say is, again, since there's never been a reliable census of tribes, there are several that have satellite data has recorded several locations that appear to have subterranean caverns located nearby, but without having people actually go and explore, they've never been checked. So I would say don't bother doing the roll. You'll just know that.
Okay. Do I still need to do the other no roll?
You already did.
Oh.
I'm just using that original. Just
okay.
But we're waiting for Seeger to be back. So
I am sorry.
So if you want to pass that on to Seeger, since he asked that question.
That there's never been a census, and the subterranean caves haven't been explored, basically?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sue. You are better than Galaxy Google.
Spoogle?
Thank you.
Space Google?
Oh, right, Spoogle. Right, that's what we called it, Spoogle. Well, we have roughly 10 areas we can go check. Anyone have an idea as far as how long it would take us to check those areas? Because what we have to look at is, yeah, we could spend months or years looking for these people, but can we freaking waste that much time?
And
I mean, I don't know about you
they're
guys,
also in caverns and that kind of thing.
I don't know about you guys, but I want a combat cogitator to link my visual acuity with my arm and then amp up the strength of my arm so I can basically utilize a hand cannon. I mean, that's my end goal.
I'd like to not be murdered for failing to follow through with the contract.
Well, also,
I won't kill you. I like you.
Tavor has been in contact in the past with whatever he's in contact with. Can he or you, Tavor, can you contact these lost since you have a common link?
Oh, yeah. Can you give him a mind noogie?
Yeah, like just reach out and poke them in the eye and say, hey, assholes, where are you?
Yeah, mind noogie. Yeah.
I
We're
would
on it,
not
Grace.
even
We're
know
on
how
it.
to go about doing that. I don't even know how I'm able to do it in the first place.
Well, don't strain too hard. You might blow out no ring.
Mm-hmm.
These are matters beyond your comprehension. Hell, they're
Okay.
beyond my comprehension. Despite the fact, gentlemen, that I would like to pursue this avenue, since this is potentially the first break we've gotten something similar, I would not even know where to begin. And unless we plan on questioning everyone around here, it's almost pointless. I do want to get the answers that I so desire, and of course you do as well. But at the end of the day, how much time are we going to waste doing this?
How did you get in contact with these things to begin with? What?
Freak accident. In a
Well,
dream.
what were the parameters that led you to this dream?
We're not doing that again.
Yeah, sure between,
yeah. So he died.
Between Brian and Snake and myself.
We're not doing that again.
So he died.
I can wake him back up. I got some wires here. Just
we did
We're
that.
We're not doing that again.
I mean, we got Sue. She's got like a library.
I am looking at. I am cold, hard staring at fucking Seeger right now. Like, you have no idea.
Well, it could be good training for Sue's medical expertise.
I'm going to push this telekinesis up your ass right now.
Practical application. That's always good.
The voltage in which we had to utilize to bring him back, I'm surprised he still has all of his brain cells.
Nipples?
Yeah, no, he's got no nipples. Those are just tattooed on. Those are just tattooed on. I used a couple little micro stitches and pucker up a little bit so it looked like he's got something there. But really, we burned those things off.
Will you stop bullshitting?
Okay, all right. I'm going to the cockpit. If we're not doing this, I'm fucking leaving.
Yeah, I think we should leave again. If we had a better way narrowing this down, but we've got a time frame.
Well, maybe.
I'll try to reach out to the ones and maybe get answers, but we're not going through that steps again. Brian.
Well, I mean,
besides,
when you sleep or whatever, maybe you can link up with them, or I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like wireless communication type deal.
Drink some chamomile tea, have some melatonin, maybe that'll help. I don't know.
I hear Brian has some drugs. He makes some good stuff or something.
It's not how it works. Tavor just walks out of the room in frustration.
I thought you were hot miking.
I'm drinking whiskey. I'm drinking whiskey and smoking a cigar. I don't give a shit.
I'm going to the lounge to go get fucked up with Snake.
Tavor, on a more serious note, if they're trying to trace down some sort of beacon or sound or something that they're finding or that they're hearing, maybe that has something to do with what you're hearing. I mean, they don't define it very well, but the things in which you've been experiencing are pulling you to an area.
Brian,
they're not doing the same thing.
The only way to actually potentially know would require to do something that you would like very much, and that's exactly why I don't want to do it.
No, I don't want to kill you. I want to kill everyone else, but not you.
I'm talking kidnapping, and we're not doing that.
Oh. Wait a minute. I didn't know that was on the table.
If you want to get information, right, about the lost, right?
Yeah.
I realize I'm about to put my foot in my mouth, but I don't care. If the shaman won't go with us,
Deal the
what do you do?
chieftain. The chieftain's got to know something.
Let's get the fuck
We
out of
don't
here.
want
This
to
guy's
deal with
crazy.
him. We don't want to deal with him.
No, start up the ship. We're leaving.
Tower, this is the Event Horizon. This is the captain speaking. Request permission to depart dock.
Do we actually honor the Event Horizon?
Event Horizon, this is Tower. Please stand by.
Oh, God.
We're experiencing an emergency on the docks right now. We're asking all ships to hold departure until we've identified the specifics of the emergency and responded accordingly.
You can't leave. She won't let you.
Are you kidding me?
Can I get back onto the system and like try to figure
Roger
out?
that. I was informed that
going
the mishap spill on the dock was a misdirection or a hoax that was caused by some kids playing some games and decided to call that in, and that it's actually not a hoax. I just want to validate that real quick, that therefore we can go ahead and make departure.
Copy that. Stand by, and we'll follow up and let you know. Tower goes quiet.
Okay, lock all the doors. Check everything. Make sure we have no stowaways. Guys. Sue,
Seeger, what did
Can
you
you scan-
fucking
can you scan the ship for life forms besides us?
Brian, what concoction did you make to set off the chemical alarms?
No, really, it wasn't me this time.
I
will
still haven't
search the ship.
dropped my stuff.
Okay, hold on. So Sue is saying you're searching the ship?
Yes.
Okay. So you can go up to the you could either go to main engineering or the cockpit and access the the cockpit, and you can access sensors for that. So you don't have to do a physical search.
I will go to the cockpit.
Oh, okay. I'll get back to that in just a second. Tabor, you had said something, but I didn't hear what you said. Something about your stuff.
I didn't drop my fucking suits.
Oh, you've still got your protective suit thing on?
Yeah. I never
Even
really
after
dropped
decon?
it. Fuck it. No.
What did we decon?
I forgot about the decon. You couldn't decon with the suits on. Valid point. But I'll drop it. Obviously, I'll drop it during decon phase, so fuck it.
Okay.
It slipped my mind. I've been fucking going in and out trying to find all this shit.
Okay. Was there anything else that you were...
No.
Okay.
Is it
The only
possible
vapors
for
that
me
I'm
to
aware
assist-
of are the fucking whiskey in here, guys.
Is it possible for me to assist Sue from engineering
Yes.
on the search?
Yeah. You guys could both basically do a sensor sweep. So go ahead and both of you... Well, okay, hold on. So, Darius, you are assisting, so I need your roll first.
Okay.
And that will determine how much of a bonus Sue will get on her roll. So this is going to be... This is...
Program?
I like it. Yes. So program intelligence. Damn. Okay. So Sue, when you roll, you will have a +2. When you get to that bonus window, don't push the plus sign, just hit 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Nicely done. You guys do a sensor sweep of the ship, and you do not detect any vapors, any unknown life forms, any contaminants, any unknown cargo, anything.
The ship is secure.
What do you have?
We found nothing.
This is the dead zone. Our ship is the dead zone. There's nothing here, guys. We found it. Let's go.
Correction, this is nothing. We found nothing that wasn't already here, that wasn't supposed to be here. We got everything we should have and nothing extra.
I'm lighting a cigar right now.
Sensors
Putting
go
my
off.
feet
You
up.
get,
Am I there yet? Am I in the lounge with him yet?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mr. Snake, do you have another one?
Yeah.
Didn't I give you one?
Did you?
I believe so, before we went to the...
He's
I'm
still
saving-
asking for another one.
I'm saving that one.
We just got fresh ones, man.
Yeah, we did.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
next time you're paying.
So sensors go off. There's extra carbon dioxide and other contaminants in the air in the lounge.
Did you check for cold-blooded animals?
There were no unexpected life forms.
Okay.
I programmed the alarm to be okay with tobacco smoke.
You did?
Can I?
Oh, give me a program roll.
All right.
Congratulations. Now okay with tobacco smoke, but not oxygen.
Okay. It takes a couple of minutes to get the chemical compounds balanced for the actual tobacco smoke, but the sensors accept your input and the alarm is no longer going off.
Sweet. I just want to be specific. That's only for the lounge. That's not for other areas of the ship. Because I realize tampering with smoke detectors on all the ship would be bad.
Okay. Good to know.
So, Darius, or correction, it was Valley trying to take off. Valley, did they say what this exposure or spill was?
Nope, they don't know where it is. They don't know how much it is. They don't know what type it is. They don't know who, what, when, where, why, or anything else.
So they have an alarm and they have no information.
Yeah.
They're fucking idiots. All right.
Or it's bullshit.
If we can't launch in like 15 minutes, I'm gonna start shooting people. No one on the ship. Everyone else.
I'm plotting a course.
I actually don't have a rebuttal for that, so I'm just going to let that slide.
Valley, you're plotting a course?
Yep.
Okay.
Standard course. I'm not trying to trim the fucking...
Did we ask Sue if she detected any leaks?
Well, she did the sensor sweep of the ship.
Okay. What about the exterior?
As far as I know, it was just the internal to the ship.
Just asking.
Brian's not smart enough to think that far ahead.
Are we topped off on fuel yet?
Not going to
Yes.
matter. We're about to leave this bitch anyway.
Tower, this is Event Horizon. We are departing Dock 7.
And Horizon, this is Tower Negative. We have not cleared the docks yet. Please stand by.
Roger, I report docks is cleared. You're coming in broken and retarded. Over. Permission has been granted to go ahead and depart dock. Thank you, Tower. Event Horizon out.
Is your radio still receiving, or are you switching off the radio?
I'm leaving it on.
Okay. You hear panicked chatter from the radio. The tower trying to get a hold of you. Event Horizon Tower, negative. You are not clear. You are not clear. And then some background chatter.
Roger, I copy. We are clear. We are clear. Thank you, Tower. Event Horizon out.
We're gonna blow up another planet.
No, you cannot jump from the planet. There are emergency circumstances. No, that's not going to happen again.
No. I'm just saying that we are probably going to ignite some like aerosol version of uranium-238 or something like that, and we're going to wipe out the entire planet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Event Horizon. This is your Captain Valley speaking. Today, with departure from this frigid planet and moving on to Halford, to the mining planet that we'll be going to. The trip should take about 6 days. Please keep arms and legs and other pieces inside the vehicle at all times. If you decide to go into the airlock, make sure you close it before you export yourself into outer space. We'll be departing shortly. Please take your seats and be prepared for departure.
I'm going to turn on the artificial gravity systems.
Boop, 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 boop.
That
All
way,
right,
if he
good
does a
job.
barrel roll, I don't spill my whiskey. Just saying, there is a purpose.
It's probably not a bad idea. All right. You prep the ship for departure, and you can still hear the tower transmitting through the radio, trying to convince you not to take off. They're trying to dispatch.
We have external cameras that I can watch?
Yeah, there's a monitor station I'm sitting at.
There is a monitor station. The cameras themselves don't cover 360. There are some windows that you can look out as well through the main hold and a couple of the other rooms.
Okay.
You would be able to see most of outside if you choose to.
Okay, I will do that, and I'll get a recording device ready.
Okay.
You want proof we destroyed this one or what? All right. Go ahead and lift the ship into hover mode, retract landing gear, and go ahead and start making a slow departure.
Okay. Just for visual reference, I'm just picturing the Millennium Falcon when it took off from
Docking Bay
Tatooine.
94. Yeah.
Tower's still yelling at you. And as you depart, you can see people in protective gear on the docks running around. Nothing happens.
All right. Well,
Well,
probably
that was
won't be welcome back there
anticlimactic.
anytime soon.
We'll just
Yeah, it
change
was a
the
radio
ship name.
miscommunication.
Okay,
Happens
hang
all
on a
the time.
minute.
Is Sue able to hack into their computers to see what's going on their end?
I like where Sue's thinking.
That's a program rule.
Yeah. You would be at a negative, but yes, you could. Uh-oh.
We're good.
You just rearranged everybody, though.
No, I just stopped the video is all I did.
Yeah, but everybody rearranged.
Which causes his screen everybody to move because it drops you to the bottom.
Ah, motherfucker.
If she hasn't rolled or nothing yet, I can definitely help out with that. I think Snake.
So now
was pretty
Darius
decent
is
with
Tavar.
program.
I am.
Darius is Tavar. Brian is Darius, but Stu stayed in the same place. So
I
you got
didn't have a choice because someone's got to come in here with basically just a towel on to get clothes. So
Understood.
So I think between the three of us, we could probably do something pretty decent. Coordinated effort.
So I'm gonna have to ask, if Snake is doing this, what experience does Snake have in hacking spaceport
All right, I'm about to put you back
computers? Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right. So yeah, I do have to rearrange everybody. All right.
I wouldn't have experience hacking per se, but I have programming experience. So if you can program.
The problem is, and this is not specifically directed at you. I don't want you to take it that way. But I've noticed that there has been several people over the course of the game trying to jack of all trades everything. With Snake's history, with being in education and the military sniper.
But my problem is I had a whole bunch of stuff in the black, what do you want to call it?
The first edition stuff?
The first edition stuff.
Which was the Maltech Scholar.
Maltech Scholar, yeah. So I changed that to program because that was as close as I could think of for a Maltech Scholar.
Okay.
So being able to communicate with Maltech equipment and that kind of stuff is my program skill. So I guess being able to, that level of expertise would be.
But it's not necessarily hacking experience. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, it is, because you're communicating with an unknown system. Breaching security and that kind of thing.
So
maybe not hacking, but cracking code for sure. Deciphering.
Okay.
Which is all it really is. Unless
I always thought of Maltech as being
what is your current
Python?
character?
Like a specific programming language that people don't use.
Just a scholar.
Haven't used.
Scholar with Wanderer. Expert class. So I'm not trying to be a jack of all trades, but programming, survival, and know and notice, that's all kind of relative to me. But
okay. Well, since it's not related to Maltech, you'll be at a negative.
Okay.
So he wouldn't necessarily benefit a whole lot.
He can still help, but he'll.
But Maltech isn't a skill anymore. So I don't, because that to me.
Right, but it's still the original concept of your character, though. Or are you doing away with that?
Well, that's not part of the new system. So
regardless of the system, it was still the original intent of your character.
Yeah.
So I think the question in the statement is, your programming is in Maltech, right? So Maltech is unbraked AIs, which is a different programming than the security system for over here.
Yeah, it's far more sophisticated.
It's also a totally different language and totally different programming.
Well, it's just encrypt, decrypt.
I kind of get what you're saying on that. Just because you don't necessarily, or you aren't necessarily proficient in a language, just because you know several other languages, so it kind of doesn't necessarily overlap. While you might be able to understand the syntax given enough time, on the fly you may not be able to necessarily compensate for that that lack of specific knowledge in what's happening.
But we're hacking. We're not injecting something in a JavaScript. If we're hacking, we're literally taking encrypted communications and decrypting them to find passwords or whatever we're trying to do.
I guess that's the other question. Are we trying to control their system and look in and change what they're viewing, or are we just trying to hack / intercept the signals and view what's going on?
Am I intercepting packets and decrypting them? Because that's easy peasy for me. But like hacking going through and knowing the ports and whatever and finding weaknesses and making injection systems and viruses, probably more difficult. But as far as I can packet sniff a network pretty well, because that would be like forensics for the old AI. Creating a unknown program, figuring out an unknown program and making it known.
So we can discuss specifics later offline. But for now, I'm just going to say, Snake, if you're helping, I'm going to give you a -1.
Okay.
For Darius and Sue, I'm not giving you a negative, but I'm not giving you a bonus either. So, Sue, since it was your idea, I'm going to have you do the final roll. So, Snake and Darius, since you are assisting, you'll give me your assist rolls first.
Oh, shit. I don't know if I put a -1 in there or not. No, I didn't. So I got a 7.
Okay. Okay. So with that, Sue, you'll get a +1 total bonus for your program roll.
Oof.
Okay. As you guys are leaving the dock, you're trying to get the information from the tower's terminal and figure out what it is that they're seeing as far as the emergency information. And as you start to get data, you're out of range. You're entering atmosphere and you are out of range.
Exiting atmosphere.
Or exiting, sorry. Yeah.
What? We
re-entered atmosphere.
Where we go?
Had a little dip. Okay, man. Be careful.
I was gonna say we warp speeded somewhere. I was like, what atmosphere are we entering?
Did we get anything?
Edge of the system, then I will activate the spike drive.
At least spike drive an atmosphere again. God damn it.
No.
Did we get anything useful?
No, there was no useful information, unfortunately.
You got the welcome page.
Well, that sucks.
I'm not trimming the course. I'm plotting a standard course 6 days.
Okay.
And as we're moving to get ready to thing, I'm going to send Severus an email saying I'll be there in a week. I'll be there in 6 days.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before you go into warp drive?
Dolly?
I really don't have anything.
Yes, sir.
Why do I not get paid?
I was not under the impression that you needed money.
I would like to buy things.
You owe us 300,000 credits for that body.
What is this thing?
Pew-Pew Anonymous.
Shit, but it wasn't bought under Pew-Pew Anonymous. It was bought under Valley.
Do I not contribute enough?
This is a good thing. This is a good question. So everybody does their part on the thing, and everybody gets paid, right?
Right, but I do not get paid.
What have you? That's a good question. And you just did some stuff, right?
Yes.
So how much should you be paid for the stuff that you just did?
I do not know. I do not know the rates.
That is a good question. So the question is, are you doing it to pay for the body that you're in, or are you doing it for the cash to buy other stuff to fix the body that you're in now, or to get another one?
Cash to buy other stuff to fix my body.
But then we have to register you and get you an account and set that up because everyone's paid credits. And with you being a device that we found and saved from Father, that might be a little bit difficult.
Why is that?
Because you're an unregistered AI.
What if the account was in your name?
Then it would count as my money. But yeah, we can discuss this and figure out how much we get paid. That's going to be something we're going to have to sit down. I mean, as we do things and your part's going to grow more and more, you'll start developing to a share of what everybody else gets. Right now, Darius isn't getting paid either, are you, Darius?
I just signed on, and we haven't done much a whole lot since I've
what
been
you're
here.
saying is because of Sue, Valley's going to get double shares now. Wow.
I don't think he's saying that at all. We should figure out a way to provide a means for Sue to collect an income. I don't know how long she's been with you guys. I know she was with you when I met you.
Well,
But,
we can I can definitely get you a cred chip when we stop. When we stop in a.
Where did you learn the concept of bartering?
Where did I learn?
When you took her to go buy clothes.
She didn't ask about it though.
That doesn't mean she didn't learn.
I watched.
Mm.
I would like to have an arm that is a flamethrower.
Brian's going to be your new best friend, isn't he?
Flamethrower might not be the best option, but there are lots of options out there, let me tell you.
You instead of igniting things, you can simply spray caustic materials on people.
That sounds fun.
Oh, boy.
I'm going back to the cockpit and locking the door.
We're in the cockpit.
Shit!
I'm locking the door to the cockpit.
No,
leaving.
she's in here with me.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. I'm out.
Why do you think I went to the cockpit?
Do you need me to lock the door, Snake, from the computer cord?
No, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can unlock the door.
Maybe.
Fucking, our next thing is moving to fucking 1024-bit encryption.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll definitely have to figure out. I'll have to sit down and figure out your portion and stuff for payment. We'll see how this mission goes and what's going on. And then we're going to be adding you and Darius to the payroll then. You brought it up. Gotta do that. Until then, since you're kind of like my
protege?
I guess. Yeah, that fits good. Since you're my protege, I guess I'm going to have to take this one on the chin and make sure everything runs well and make sure it's taken care of. But I'm not sure about the flamethrower on the arm.
Thank you, Valley.
Because you still got to look human. You can't be walking around with a big old tank on your arm and shooting people. Okay?
I understand.
But we can get you a pistol.
Not to draw attention to yourself.
We can get you a pistol, though. And you can shoot things.
Maybe.
Just not in the ship.
Of course not.
Brian might be able to teach you how to build a flamethrower too.
Will you, Brian?
I could do that.
I must insist that you please do not.
What
Show
the
her.
fuck is going on right now?
Sue wants a flamethrower for an arm, Tavar. And she
Brian,
wants to
where
get
are
paid.
you?
I'm in the.
What have you
med
been
bay.
telling Sue? My God.
What
Is
do
this
you mean?
is this over comms? Or is this private conversation between fucking people?
It's several. I don't know.
We're in the cockpit. Brian's in the med bay, so
I'm in the
I think
lounge
she-
with fucking Snake smoking a cigar and
So-
drinking.
Yeah,
Oh,
Valley
fuck.
and I are in the cockpit together. That's why I asked him.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I didn't hear that conversation. All right.
and then I radioed Brian and asked him if he could build Sue a flamethrower,
Right.
or she did.
Right.
All right, this is gonna be dangerous.
More so than.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, Sue, yes, I could, but first what we have to do is I want you to research and study the effects, pros and cons to a flamethrower.
I can do that. We
Okay.
have plenty of time.
There you go. That's what I want you to do.
Okay, done. Flamethrower. You trying to burn people? Like, why a flamethrower out of all the things? Just out of curiosity, Sue.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yes.
Looks cool. Ah. You do that? She fucking starts swinging her arm around. That would be pretty cool. That would definitely be pretty cool.
Sue, give me a no roll, and that will determine how well your research on the pros and cons go.
Still int.
Yep.
For no?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Any modifiers?
No. Okay. So in a matter of seconds, you review all of the data that you've downloaded from the ship's internet on flamethrowers. And you pretty much have the entire military history since the creation of the flamethrower, including like the ancient Chinese like flintlock version.
Golly, I know how to make grease fire. Was it Greek fire?
Greek fire. I'm just gonna go push the airlock button. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, this
Gotta go get a breath of fresh,
Just putting the
Well,
oblivious
I'll
and
tell
the
you
new
what,
one.
I'll
Yeah.
breath
tell
of
you
fresh
what,
air, boys. I'll see ya.
We will. When we get to what is it called? Halford? When we get to Halford, we'll take you to go see Leo and get you checked out and see what he can do to give you at least a plasma torch. Yeah, so you can cut through things. Just don't cut through the ship, okay?
No, never.
But sometimes you might have to cut people with it.
Okay.
But it will be for a good cause. Cauterizing wounds, stopping blood flow and stuff like that, gathering intel,
Gathering intel. Interrogation?
Yeah, interrogation, amputating body parts, cauterizes the wound right when it does it, so it's good to go.
Very humane.
Yeah, it keeps all the stuff down. That way you can do it real quick with the plasma torch. We can start. You want to start small like that? Is that okay? Before we give you the big flamethrower arm.
That's okay.
Okay. All right.
I would like to go to the lounge.
Okay. Have a nice. Valley's going, what the fuck?
I heard flamethrower coming out of the cockpit. Like, no.
All right. So you guys have 6 days to your next location. Are you doing anything else en route?
Valley is prepping his paperwork and documentations to make sure everything's good with Severus and his meeting with him, making sure everything's in order for that. And he's going to be researching on how to get Sue her own account.
I'm going to, at some point, talk with Valley and question allowing our AI to have access to her own finances and a weapon system when we were concerned about simply allowing her to have access to the outside world just a few months ago.
Yeah, but Valley didn't have quorums with that, though.
I know Valley didn't. Valley wanted to weaponize her then. I'm just saying, I'm just going to have a serious discussion with you about this.
Yeah, flamethrower was not the route I was expecting. That kind of caught me off guard. I was pretty sure about the payment thing, but the flamethrower was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI
Because, of course, the next question
went from asking about morality to asking about putting a flamethrower.
But she learned that
arm on.
morality is fluid. It's dictated by the person who's determines it.
Right, so she's
Am I
basically
drunk yet?
she's basically determined that
I don't know, but she's
morality
walking
for
in
her
on
is
you and Snake in there.
bullshit. Oh my god.
That'd be so funny. She
That's
walks
amazing.
in there and goes, Valley's getting me a flamethrower.
Watch everyone shoot their freaking whiskey out their nose. Yeah.
I pull out the sniper rifle and just boom.
Shoot yourself.
In the left knee.
I used to be an adventurer too.
Yeah.
You got 4 minutes. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to put some bar lacquer on a ship.
All right. So nobody else is doing anything for the trip?
I don't know, but Sue just walked in there on Valley and Tavar while they were conversating, so I want to see what happens.
Blank. Yeah, that was me.
Snake. Who did I say?
Tavar, Valley.
You said
Tavar.
you.
Oh, my bad. Tavar and Snake walked in.
I'm going to do some further research on cybernetic augmentation. I think I need some.
Okay.
And the feasibility of me doing the surgery myself.